Hello, welcome back to the video. Today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty. And I know if you're like me, you probably grew up playing probably one of, I would say, the greatest gaming franchises of all time. And that would have been Call of Duty and maybe even the some franchise, Call of Duty Black Ops. Now, if you're like me, you can remember a time, probably, I would say maybe like 10, 11 years ago, dude, where Call of Duty was peaking, man. There was freaking so much shit going on. There were professional competitions. There was, dudes winning millions of dollars, dudes blowing up all over YouTube playing Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty was the shit, man. Every kid knew what Call of Duty was. Now you fast forward to today, and you walk, some kids just talking on the street or whatever. You're like, oh, I wonder what game they're talking about, right? Guess what they're talking about? Always talking about Fortnite, dude. It's always Fortnite, Roblox. Some of these absolute garbage tier games, man. I mean, they're not garbage tier, but still, they're just not like my favorite game series, and they definitely don't compare to what the OG, Call of Duty was, especially to us back in like 2011, 2012. And I was thinking, why is it like this? Why aren't kids even playing Call of Duty now? And why is it kind of completely in the shitter? And I would say that's just because they haven't really had a good game in a long time. And as someone who's a really big fan and always been really a big supporter of the series, even when he was at its lowest point, like, I freaking pre-ordered Advanced Warfare. Like, what was I even thinking? And I pre-ordered Infinite Warfare. Like, I just pushed me off the bridge and steal my money. I mean, that's pretty much what I did. But, even back then, I kind of realized that Call of Duty was not in a good state, especially with Infinite Warfare being the most disliked trailer on YouTube. I mean, really nobody was excited for that game. I mean, it was complete garbage tier. But, yeah, so kids these days, they're just not really like playing the games. And it got me thinking like, why is that so, And it's really because honestly, they're just not fun anymore. Like, I don't think I've played the last two Call of Duty games. I mean, that's for a variety of reasons, like, school, work, but also just because they're not really enjoyable, you know? Like, I think the last Call of Duty game I really seriously enjoyed and played was probably Call of Duty Cold War. And that's really saying something because Call of Duty Cold War now is probably, I would say, like 4 years old, maybe 3 years old. And, it's one of those games that even back then was very divisive. Like, it's just not really a polished game. The campaign was great, dude. Adler's still the hottest character in all of Call of Duty. I mean, I would fucking smack that fucking man right on the ass if I saw him in real life. But, it's just still just not the greatest game. Like the multiplayer was kind of eh. The zombies was, uh, oh man, zombies is real bad. You guys want to see me make a video about the Cold War zombies? Let me know in the comment section because man, I could go on a tirade about that zombies experience. Just so much wrong with it. But yeah, it just wasn't really the most ideal game. And then, I think before that was COD 2019. And that game for me was also not my favorite. Not because it wasn't a good game or anything. I mean, Call of Duty 2019 is some people would say even their favorite game, but even that game had problems, man. I mean, like, who actually really enjoyed 2019's maps? Like, anybody back in those days, I remember all we did was play Sweet House 24/7. We didn't play anything else, right? We didn't play any other maps. I mean, all the other maps were just considered garbage tier, and nobody ever tried them. I remember that night vision was really cool, It reminded me of like sticking into my, house late at night to grab some snacks, grab some ass. I mean, grab something to eat. What am I talking about? Anyways, back to the video. But yeah, Call of Duty definitely has been falling off. And I heard recently that there's rumors about the new Call of Duty Gulf War, and I honestly couldn't care. And I think that says a lot about the series, and even the most hardcore fans like myself I just could not care. I mean, what are they really going to add to the experience this time? I mean, like new guns, new customization. I mean, they can try that kind of stuff. But I feel like as cop fans, we want more. We want actual gameplay improvements that feel fun. Like, I feel a lot of ways in 2019's gameplay is like kind of a step back for the series. It feels almost too competitive, in my opinion. Like Call of Duty back in the old days, it just had some kind of charm about it that it was like, innovative but not too competitive. Like anybody could get into it. And it makes me really wonder if they could ever recapture that spirit. Like back in those days, man. I mean, everybody played Call of Duty. And I think there's still a chance that COD can make that comeback, but I just worry. I just worry, and I feel that it would take a lot for Call of Duty to actually re-achieve that popularity again. And I think Warzone definitely helped a lot with Call of Duty kind of maintaining at least something. Because at least when Warzone came out, streamers were like playing that. They're like, "Oh my god, dude, it's the new Fortnite," and like all this crap. And when I don't even admit, like back in those days, even my buddies even played some Warzone. We made some homie jokes on there, did some crazy shit. But now it's just kind of like all 21 starter packs and like all this crazy ass garbage. And I just don't think like now anybody really enjoys Warzone. It's kind of also in a bad state. So I just hope for the future of COD that they end up improving the series. If you guys like this video, you want to see me kind of make some more videos talking about these different subjects, leave a like and subscribe. See y'all later.
It starts with one thing. I fuck 10 guys. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to say my preferred size 8 inches.